Croesus kind of looks like a giant ball sack with warts, dude, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. So you want to know what I've been telling?
Do you watch Protox? Oh, he said no. Thank God. He sucks at this game.
He's Mercher.
And he's a filthy merchant. This boss is one of the best ways to grow your Runescape bank, and it barely has any requirements. In this video I'm going to explain why, so whenever you're ready, grab your cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Croesus is one of those bosses that drops items every player wants, but very little players actually want to try or attempt. This could be for different reasons, but most likely because it's a skilling boss, or they despise anything where you're dependent on other players performing decently to get good loot. And I have to warn you, despite this boss being an incredible moneymaker, team bosses will always have players that are going to get annoyed at you. In fact, I experienced it during my first hour of Croesus since release week, mainly because I was rusty, the kills were slower than whatever the experienced person was used to, and I wasn't getting back to my node quickly enough. That being said though, let's get into why Croesus is such a good moneymaker. The amount of money you make per hour at Croesus depends on your kills per hour, obviously, and on your personal contribution to the kill in points. For the max amount of loot rolls, which is 12 rolls every single kill, you're going to need 420 contribution points. You get these points by properly trying to do the boss, for example in 4-man, quite easily, as long as you don't mess things up or harvest rotten nodes. The strategy our team used was gathering 16 resources, putting them in the deposit box, gathering more resources, and depleting your own resource spawn, in my case fishing, then going 2 quarters counterclockwise, so in my case I went to the woodcutting plot, depositing those 15 resources needed for the statue there, then withdrawing the other player's deposit box resources, in my case the woodcutting resources, going 1 more quarter counterclockwise, then depositing the new resources I grabbed onto the statue there, gathering a little bit more resources, rotting that plot, in this case being the mining one, and then building the statue and, avoiding the mechanics, then praying together with the team, and then killing the middle, which is Croesus. Doing this strategy will give you a 1 in 50 chance to receive any of the 9 unique items on the drop table, which include Crypt Bloom armor, which is incredibly expensive right now. Now, while getting Crypt Bloom pieces or skilling off hands is great and all, you don't need to rely on these to make some serious money from this boss, as each kill is around 2 million GP in normal loot. 50% of that money is made from soul runes and big pages, which are both in high demand. Now, the GP per kill calculator on the wiki is completely inaccurate for Croesus, as Crypt Bloom pieces are over 100 times more expensive than the GE price right now, which seriously needs to be manually updated. Now, if we take the actual value of these drops, Croesus is around 8 million GP per kill, which is almost 4 times higher than Nex, and almost 3 times higher than Araxor. The difference here is that you get more kills at both of those bosses than at Croesus every single hour. Despite this, with average kill times, you should be able to get more money per hour from Croesus. Now, your kill speed severely impact how much money you're going to be making per hour. If you're very slow and you get 10-minute kills, you should be able to make near 12 million GP per hour in commons and 48 million GP per hour if we take the average amount of rare drops you're going to be getting into account. The kills I did for a few hours were a little bit rusty, but I believe our average kill time was anywhere from 7.5 to 8 minutes. So let's say, 7 to 8 kills per hour. But if you're a good team, you're experienced, you should be able to squeeze out 9 kills per hour, which is 17.8 million GP per hour in commons. And if you take rares into account, that's near 72 million GP per hour. 72 million GP per hour without death costs. You only use a couple of super restores, some super potions, maybe some soul runes if you're using Crystal Mask, but that's about it. That's a huge amount of money to be making, almost net in profit on average. And not to forget, those tier 3 Elder Troves also make you money. Then consider that you only need base 80 stats and some skills, and you're good to go. You can find a group by using the Croesus FC or French chat, and then you're on your way to making good money, which is far better than the majority of other bosses in this game. And that's why I made this video, to bring some awareness to the fact that you can be making high level PVM money while not actually doing high level PVM. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing. And if you want to support the channel like the other channel members, be sure to click that join option down below. Thank you and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.